with me.
When I ask you,
Ralph, you got that gun from eating sex sandwich. Ralph, you gonna eat all the damn sandwiches fatigue.
when I ask you,
I know that cock is into cock bondage. So cock, would you get cut by a sex sandwich just to please? Hey, Woski, I heard you've had a sex sandwich.
when I ask you,
Now you're giving all them pine cones and bridges STDs. Hey, Rand got destroyed by a sex sandwich event. Now Rand is a gun shield with her
when I ask
BBs.
you,
Hey, Stretch, you should try a sex sandwich. I know you're vanilla, but it might put bugs at ease.
when I ask you,
Yo, pet, does your imaginary wife like sex sandwiches? At least you could try a sex sandwich with your hand.
when I ask you,
Hey, have you ever tried a sex sandwich? You should come on BC and try a sex sandwich with me.
when I ask you,
Jeff Bezos, the king of sex sandwich. His sex sandwich will bring all of you to your knees.
when I ask you,
Chat, I know that you've all been a sex sandwich. But chat, will you all be in a sex sandwich with
when
me?
I ask you,
Have you ever been part of a fucking sex sandwich?
I like the thumbnail. Yeah, can you hear us in chat? Yeah, Cindy says she can't hear us. Yeah, they can hear me, but they can't hear you for some reason. Yeah, I'm not sure. Fucking cat, I swear to God. It's fucking cat, I swear. Such a little bitch. Hey, Lobster. Hey, Shrimp. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Bob. Just waiting for Taco to figure out some settings. That Scott has developed this terrible habit of getting right in front of the TV and staring at me, kind of taking shots, I guess.
Okay, can you guys hear me now? Oh, hey, there we go. Okay, I think they can hear me. Sammich, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, bud.
Oh, here we go. Well, okay, boomer moment, ladies and gentlemen.
Those happen. It's been a little while.
Yeah, and we don't have Red running it. Yeah, we need to get a fan in here, though. We need, just for old time's sakes.
My fan is not got a big old industrial fan. I wouldn't want to.
Ah, well, that's no fun. Then we don't have that fan noise in the background like we used to. All right, so let's get to talking, and hopefully I don't boomer this up too bad today.
Hey, let's talk to out. Got tons of stuff in here.
Yeah, I was gonna say. What do you want to start off with?
Oh, our favorite former cop, Megan Hall, might be fun.
Oh, okay, let me get to that real quick. What was that? How far back was that?
The 11th at would have been 7 p.m.
The 11th
That's
at
what we
7:40.
were going.
Yeah, that's the original time.
Yeah, that's what we were going to open with last weekend, but neither one of us really wanted to stream, and you were kind of sick.
Yeah. So let's see here. Palestine. Here we go.
I can read it out, or if you.
Well, if you want to start it off, as soon as I can get it to the right page here. Oh, that didn't switch, did it?
Close out some of the ads. A former Tennessee police officer that was forced off the department in disgrace after she discovered she slept with over 60 force. I wonder if she slept with the K9.
Oh God!
She probably slept with the dog too.
Doesn't surprise me.
Became internationally known earlier this year for her outrageous sex scandal. Claims that hostile working conditions in the department led her to eventually sleep with multiple men at the department. So she's kind of trying to play off that she was bullied into fucking everyone. She claimed several of her supervisors. What was her supervisors? That could be a little bit rough.
Yep, I would agree with that. Oof.
Claimed that Davis asked her to dance for him in his office. She complained that female officers at the department were sexual objects. Complaint was the mayor's on her side.
Really?
Make sure we're setting policies that lift our city and our officers up. Give them tools that they're supposed to. Give them the tools that they need to do. They're supposed to do, as well as a training. Officer Hall cracked during the investigation when asked about her husband walking in on a threesome. Holy shit!
Wow.
A threesome. That's damn.
You gotta love that. I mean, just open marriage policy is just a weird thing to me in the first place. Let's see.
I don't know if it would be worse to walk in on one dude. That would have to be worse. Would have to be.
Well, either way, half the force, didn't she? I mean, literally.
Yeah,
So
no, it's at 60%.
yeah.
All the memes from that shit was hilarious.
Oh man, if I I really
Some of them was
yeah, the one about the year of the train, I found that one and I can't find it now. That's
the funniest thing involved in all that was somebody bombed where come up that police station would come up as a it was hilarious.
that's pretty good. This just keeps
I
getting
don't
more weird.
I don't think she's ever going to recover from. Really don't. Why she's not killed herself.
Uh,
I don't know.
well, maybe she's definitely not going to be a cop anywhere. That's for sure.
Then again, she may get off on the humiliation.
And there's some women like that.
Not she's not unattractive, but she's not what I would call attractive either.
Hmm.
It looks like she was her vagina was very diverse. Slept with
Yeah, I agree.
white dude, black dude. I want to see the canine though.
Oh, that's creepy.
Um, Liza Blue stuff. I don't think anybody wants to hear about that shit.
Yeah, I agree with
Really
that.
don't. It's been done to death. The only thing that reason I posted anything about it was I've never seen somebody get fact checked so hard in a tweet. He posted that she changed her story. What was done to her image-based sexual abuse and um, community notes popped up. The events surrounding Eliza Blue not meet the definition of image-based sexual abuse. All the content was consensually. Here's a link to the video. More or less to get fuck, more or less told her to get fuck and posted a video, which I thought was one of the harshest notes I've ever seen.
Oh, she really got that whole thing. I mean, and it was on World Star, so like, she was nailing people left and right.
No,
About that
no,
on Twitter, like getting their account suspended or whatever.
yeah, yeah. Now I I'm at it a bit different. I can't stand Brittany Venti or ordering it. I think they're both pieces. So I mean, I don't care what happens to them. Outrage merchants is all they are.
Mm-hmm.
But they tried to ask her question. They tried to ask some questions. Kind of understand that they're figure out what's going on. Popped up out of nowhere. Then they started linking pictures, video, and then they were shocked that she got pissed off about it. I can't blame her for being a little bit pissed off. She probably didn't react the best.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like lunch were blameless. Venti, Venti's done worse shit herself.
Oh man, there's been so much things going on with Venti. It seems like she's like, what do I want to say? Part of this whole thing to start with. Didn't she the one that brought this up? If I'm correct,
Well,
or was it,
um,
or did I miss that?
it started out. Believe it or not, the first person I ever heard mention it was Mersh,
Okay.
which kind of shocked. And Mersh bringing it up, I would assume I'm not the only. Hey, Scott. And Chuck. I can't imagine I'm the first to bring it up and just automatically take her side because.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's a dude, the Fago, something like that. I can't remember exactly what his name. Uh, done. He's the one that done a deep dive, and he done a deep dive like um weeks before anybody else. Got this section on my server that I just kind of archive shit in. Always handy to archive just everything. Uh, Manuel Manuel DeFango.
Heard that name.
started this day after this posted everything about her, um, videos and everything. Um, I think he's kind of a scummy thing. Uh, does stuff like this, perhaps in the I think is beneficial. Yeah, he was the first one I ever seen bring it up. Let me share this. Anything, I don't want to read it or anything, but I'm just going to share it over in case you want to check it out later. That's the first thing I ever seen brought up on it. I just
Oh, I think I remember seeing something about this, but never really paid much attention.
pretty interesting. He went into it. There was the World Star video that everybody's seen now that's gone. I've got an archive somewhere. That video's there. Then the video that come out after, or music video, or her bragging to her mom about being in a music video. So that kind of took all the sex trafficking out of it. Then you got the whole what Tim Pool reacted, which kind of
Oh, don't even get. I
Tim Pool.
watched all that. Like Jeremy slaughtered him pretty much.
Yeah, Tim Pool is not a smart guy, but I thought he would be smarter than this. I guess I guess he thought how he handled the Jack Murphy completely ignored the best way. But Jack Murphy, while it did have some censorship because he was some strange getting shut down, but nothing like this. Way too big a story. I think he found out, and videos came out of Liza and that real cringy that Tim Pool has on there. Ian Crossland, I think his name is. There was a video dropped of them basically making out. To explain it, that was making out around Christmas. So that pushed Tim Pool's hand a little bit. He come out and they removed the Cashman removed all three of his articles. Of course, they got archived. They removed all the articles. Holy shit, that Cashman kind of flushed the credibility. He done a real good interview with Kanye West weeks before that was actually pretty good. But this was just sold all his credibility over this bitch, and I have no idea why. Because Ash married, got a couple young kids. I can't see him. And again, that don't can't fuck around.
Oh, that's true.
I don't think he was simping for her. I think he just believed her. Called all of her all the people calling this shit out, called them gang stalkers of all things. Ridiculous.
Now that yeah, okay, well, I don't know about that, but at least as far as that being something true, they're calling her out basically because she lied.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's all it
Calling
is.
her out because she lied and um, flaws in her changed it a bunch. Timeline's really weird, and it's a bad situation. I feel sorry for A because I honestly think she was getting some accomplishment. Sex trafficking, kill the whole Andrew Tate stuff, which I don't think it's a brave stance I'm taking. Andrew Tate, I think, uh, well, I think he's a sand nigger and he got what he deserves, and I hope he gets raped to death in prison.
Well, that's about typical for that, but yeah, he was not. He's not exactly the best individual in the. Put it like that.
And I know all the chicks, a couple of the women that they're trying to say that he sex trafficked has come out and said no, that it's bullshit. That's not what they said. That they were words was twisted. I don't care if he's a sex trafficker. That don't. It's East European whore. Why do I care? But I don't like the idea that young kids are looking up to this. He's not anybody worth looking up to, really. a lot better. I don't know why these young kids, young people don't look up to their fucking parents.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't even know that. But then again, I'm old, crotchety, and only can spare so much time to pay attention to certain things.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Did you hear about dog dog rapist killing him, dying of a heart attack?
No, I did hear about something about that, but I didn't know what was going on.
Um, just gonna read his GoFundMe. It's
Well, I'll put that up on screen.
drop in chat in case anybody wants. I can't.
Boomer.
Uh,
Boomer.
it's not a big deal. I think everybody's seen it. Um, it is with great sadness that young man Andrew Engel Lasco. I don't have tacos. I mean, we don't have reds, so we don't have a taco speaker around.
Yeah,
I
right.
get some of the words wrong or some of the names wrong. He's no longer with us. Now resting in.
Why
The thing
not
that
have that?
shocked me, Andrew was 18 age, which it seems strange because he passed his stuff off as us. I find very, very strange. His name, age, always pretty unknown by us. We didn't want to fuck with him if he wasn't 18. Didn't want to really hammer into him the way we did unless he was 18. Because that could have got us in some trouble. But there was several different times that he said that he was 20. And we seen the thing that most of us went by was there was a picture of him at graduation. Probably middle school graduation looked back, but it looked like regular graduation.
Right.
That was his proof of being 20. I don't care now. At 18 years of age, had an up battle since the young age of 6 years. Battled muscular, bound to a bed most. Absolutely. Contracted a simple cold. That I will fucking break you in. Developed into an infection that caused respiratory stress. Stressed his heart. Cardiac arrest. Sadly, he was too weak and didn't withstand these complications. He passed away on January 30th. He had a difficult childhood. Never gave up. He loved life. He loved fucking dogs. He loved his family. Special place in his heart for his mother, Guadalupe. This is like English second language type shit. Guadalupe, his mother, is hardworking mom, now faced with unfortunate situation. Help for um, please have a heart and lend a helping hand that is true. And what is thank you, smart and final family store number 95.
Uh,
Don't that's fucking
yeah, a little bit.
services held next week. All information posted. Like this very, very terrible shot. Not like he's got a unique name to some type of memorial wall or something. Um,
Yeah, if you want me to
sober
throw some.
living. I'm trying to find something, but the
Oh.
first thing I find is you are safe here. The fight. Rainbow Hills Sober Living in Los Angeles provides a safe space. Gay, bi, non-binary, questioning and it's led by Angel Velasco. Same name him at all.
No.
It's like some half of. Oh, he's fruity as hell. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to get
You
sidetracked.
fruity as
Yeah.
hell. Well, now you got to show. Now I got to see this. You got a link?
Oh, let's see.
I mean, if we're gonna boomer this up, let's just boomer it up properly.
Made me. I'm gonna have to get a ruling in chat.
Oof.
Over under 10,000 cocks in this man's ass.
Now, are we talking about the picture at the top of the screen? You're safe
That
here?
picture.
That picture right there. Okay.
That one.
Yep, that's the one that's on the screen. Okay, let me get it. Really do have to get a second monitor.
Yeah, Bob. He said that Gage raped him for some reason. They'd never met, never been around each other. There was wild shit going on. Really engaged. Hadn't thought about that dude in a long time. Lives up. Yeah, this dude. Yeah, that guy's got to be.
Yeah, this is special. Almost, he's got to have makeup on, right? Ugh, never mind. I don't even know what
I
I'm.
think probably something on
Yeah,
wax or some type of lip gloss or something.
Yep.
That's it's a bare minimum. Bare minimum. But yeah, he's really. I don't think anybody would be safe around that dude. He really don't. That is a fucking butt.
It's a something.
Vaguely Mexican because it's kind of dark. It
Oh.
could be an Arab.
Nah, I'm gonna get. Well, he could be a mix of both, but living in Southern California, you never know. I mean, everybody's got a tan.
Well, certainly got some gay in his background. Ugh. I just that when I was trying to search for like places will have like a memorial. I thought about I was going to upload the couple of kind of outed him for being a dog rapist. I was
Oh.
going to upload it and then post it on GoFundMe, but to do I didn't even dollar to
Fair.
much easier to find a in Mexico crime journalist Lopez Esco. Yeah, that must be a real common last name.
Velasco? Yeah,
Yes.
I believe that would be.
Miguel Angel Lopez Velasco about corruption and drug violence is shot dead along with his wife and son. Holy shit. Over 10 years ago. Dangerous, dangerous profession in Mexico.
Oh shit. Just being in Mexico is dangerous. Period.
Yeah, I don't why people do that on purpose.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. I don't even want to travel to Mexico if I can help.
I guess everybody's probably heard the news about Jimmy Carter.
Ah, yes.
He's a
Well, the gentleman's 99, isn't he?
very close, 98, almost 100. 100. I was hoping he made it to 100. There's the longest living, longest lived American president. That dude's been around for a long time. I wonder how many. I was a baby when he was president. I don't remember at all.
Nah, I was even born. I was still under Carter when I was born.
75. No, no. When I was a baby, born in 75. A little baby when he was president. I remember much of Reagan's first. I remember some of his second. But I don't think Carter's kind of a piece of shit in a lot of ways. I know he used to this whole I'm just common man type shit, and he used to carry his own bags to Air Force One and that sort of shit. But what people didn't realize, the bags were empty; they were props. Just kind of that was pretty much him. Fake as all hell. That's like all the pictures, video of him working on Habitat for Humanity. I think he probably done that maybe one day a month. I mean, it's laudable to do something like that, but simple farmer my ass. I'm gonna be absolutely sick of hearing people suck his dick, guys.
Oh, and that'll happen. It always does.
Yeah, I mean they done this shit. They thing for guys. They'll suck dick endlessly. Probably George W. as well. I know they did his dad. Now I like George Senior. Really
George,
like George.
George Senior. Well, George, what, W or HW? HW, isn't it?
Yeah, HW.
Yeah, he was actually in the war. He worked for the CIA or was head of the CIA.
The head of the CIA.
Yeah, he had at least a little bit of credentials in, say, government. I would say, or
Was a master at what he very, very. But yeah, he was the head of the CIA, and he really smart guy too. The inner workings, presidency. Well, I know a lot of people call George W. a puppet. His dad was a puppet master.
hmm
I don't know the thing about Carter. A lot of people say Biden's worse than Carter. Carter was bad. I, Biden just around and puppeted around by unknown hands. I think it makes him a little worse, but Carter himself was terrible. The worst shit. Now, it was a product of the times to an extent, but I don't think there could have been any time he could have been president that wasn't useless. Utterly useless. I mean, he's kind of always been.
Well, he was just pretty much a
Um,
filler president.
Yeah. How bad things can get.
Yeah,
sort of
exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
I know Reagan for him out. I don't like Reagan much. I know a lot of people do. I won't talk too bad about Reagan, but excuse me.
Yeah, I do agree. As far as what Reagan did in the '80s, I only know a little bit of, or can only remember a little bit of. Um, I'm not severely a fan of him as well. I would say the original, like George W. Bush, was one of my favorite presidents. Um,
HW was a real good. He was kind of a filler president too, in a way. He third term of Reagan.
well,
All honesty, he tried to put his own spin on it and done a job, but Reagan's thing was gun bullshit. He passed.
Brady Bill.
Yeah, the Brady Bill and amnesty. Um, that's my biggest fault with Reagan was California, which was reliably red, is deep blue. Um, that maybe that was put on him, but it was been going on for a while. But he finally just instead of a half measure, he just let him completely down. So yeah, but I mean, I think insane asylums ought to be brought back, but they need to have what they need to be. Are they just a warehouse we sane people in, wait for them to die, just medicate them into more or less a coma, or do we try to treat them?
I think it should
And
be
I
as a
don't
try to
know.
treat them honestly, as much as we can.
We
If we're
just
gonna,
know so little. That's the thing. We know so little. Um, I feel fucked up by getting away from lobotomies. Got somebody you got to, uh, for like a serial killer or a pedophile, a lobotomy should. These people that are anti-death penalty think that ought to be on the table. If you lobotomize a pedophile, they imagine it.
well, I mean that's just inhumane though,
President.
Sandwich. You can't do that.
Yeah, I guess.
No, no, I'm just saying it's just
I
one of those
know.
things. I'm like, that's all you'd hear if they brought that up in real life. Just not just talking about it, like actually somebody brought it up and it'd be like, oh, it's
Yeah.
just inhumane.
There's a lot of shit like that that we're kind of walled off from talking about. I think I know they do the chemical castration. I always thought the worst thing about that was why waste an actual kind of hard to rape a kid.
I mean, that's fair.
I guess you could still molest a kid, but I think that would put it. Then again, you do. That's it. Something I've always struggled with is punishing somebody for thoughts. I know that's a very, very, very unpopular, but the non-offending pedophile,
Uh oh.
um, the person that's not done anything to kill, but has thoughts of something to, that's I don't know where to go with that. I know if there's any possibility that they need to go have some deep therapy. But to punish people, legitimate a just legitimately like a thought crime sort of, and it can't make it make sense in my head why it's okay to punish somebody for just thoughts. I have thoughts of doing some heinous shit. Am I cutting out or?
Yeah. Well, apparently they're saying you're cutting out. I don't really can't really tell because I can hear you just fine. But again, this is our first time really streaming, so you guys will have to, put up with the boomer stuff. Yeah, Cindy says I have dealt with people that have meds, but unless forced, they won't take them. A perfectly nice person will turn violent, find a way to make them take the meds or put them away. Hmm. Yeah, makes sense.
Cindy, that's like what 90% of bipolar people at some point will just refuse to take their meds because they feel better and they don't think they need them anymore. That's thing with bipolar. Dealt with several bipolar. That's part of their disease, I guess. The fuck is this moderator, Marcy?
I don't know. I was gonna ask you who that was again, but that's funny. Why won't you return my text? Because I don't get them. New phone. Who
I
dis?
don't I don't think that's the real one, but I'm not sure.
Nah, I think it sounds like a weed.
Yeah, that's probably it. I can smell the weed. That's always been an interesting. You can't really talk about it a whole great big bunch online because if you show anything but I want to, they ought to be murdered. Come to the wood chipper for thinking it. That get kind of hard in that mind, but I hear got me online. I've been about that. I like strange how to feel about it. It's just a odd thing. And then this stuff about Willis having dementia. Now he's suffering language disorder aphasia.
Yeah, now I've got.
Makes it hard.
See if I can get that up. I saw that one that you posted in the Discord. Painful diagnosis, it says. Gotta do.
Yeah, Sydney, the thing with the I had what they call bipolar when I was young. I don't know. I think I was misdiagnosed. I don't think you ever get better from it. But the the main thing I've always heard is bipolar. You have a lot of ups and downs. But when you take your pills, cuts your ups and downs off, and you kind of
Oh, we have a Saddam in the chat. Yep. Sammich, you still there?
yeah, I'm still
Oh,
here.
okay.
Just kind of reading chat and
Yeah, I was looking at it too. Like, who are you? Why are you on my feed? I would like a slushy. Oh, wait a minute. That's the wrong accent. Anyways, that's horrible. Let's see. What else could we... I promise next week will be a little bit better than this. Or at least I'll try to get things a little more squared away. Let's see. What else we want to... There's a bunch of stuff going on from what I understand. Like, American bombers flying over North Korea?
hey, Motorboat, good to see you in chat. Actually talking shit to me straight up instead of behind my back to other kicking shit faggot. Shit. I don't know if I'm still coming.
Yeah, I can't tell at this point. I can still hear you through my or through the OBS at least. I don't know if it's going on the other way.
My screen just went.
Well, yeah, you're coming through on the desktop audio, so
Probably. There we go.
no, it doesn't sound like you're coming through now. I don't see anything on the desktop audio.
Let me.
Okay, there's something there.
Better.
Yeah, I'm still seeing something. How does it? Can you hear him, chat? Okay, you're cutting in and out, Sandwich. Okay, so something happened. Either I did it on my end, or Sandwich's computer just took a shit. One of the two. Hey, guess as good as mine. Maybe that mic was tasty. Can you guys still hear me? Okay, well, what do you want to know? I'm here to help. Some of the things that I've been seeing recently, other than North Korea stuff going on. Israeli strikes.
There we go.
Does that sound better? Can you guys hear him?
Yeah. About I
think you might have. Sure. I might. Something about shooting down stuff over balloons.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch there that I didn't even see. Shit. Line getting his ass.
Ugh.
Big Hebe utters.
Yeah, that's funny.
Palestine shit. That's kind of
Nothing.
overdone now.
That is. Well, let's see here. We've also got, let's see, North Korea makes fresh threats and U.S. bombers fly after ICBM test. That's on the AP. Looks like here. Seoul, South Korea. North Korea said Sunday its latest intercontinental ballistic missile test was meant to further bolster its fatal nuclear attack capacity, and then threaten additional power steps over upcoming military drills between the U.S. and South Korea. The U.S. responded by flying long-range supersonic bombers in a show of force later Sunday for separate joint exercises with South Korean and Japanese warplanes. So it looks like they're more posturing back and forth again.
Yeah, that's about all. Still, still kind of concerning.
Yeah, well, they're going to keep going on with it because they want to look powerful and whatnot. But we can, figure out something else you guys want to look at, or
Seen where Tom Sizemore had a brain aneurysm.
yeah, I
yesterday.
saw that. I don't know if that looks like he's in. Let's see, that's a Daily Mail. Of course, it's a Daily.
Why in the world that shit clogs up my feed? I need to remember. Drudge Report has gotten so fucking bad over the past couple years. I think there's some of the worst shit. Seen a pretty good article from AP turmoil reports on gun laws in wake of justice's ruling. The Bruin ruling has really fucked up a bunch of stuff for. The Bruin rule, more or less, under the Supreme Court's new test, the government that wants to uphold a gun restriction must look back into history to show its country's historical tradition of firearm regulation. And it's been getting 30 and 40 and 50-year-old laws just thrown the fuck out. Courts in recent months have declared unconstitutional federal laws designed to keep guns out of the hands of domestic abuse, felony defendants, and people who use marijuana. Judges have shot down a federal ban on processing guns with serial numbers and gun restrictions for young adults in Texas, and have blocked the enforcement of Delaware's ban on the possession of homemade ghost guns. Pretty long article. In several instances, judges looking at the same laws have come down on opposite sides. The legal term caused by the first major gun ruling in a decade will likely step in again. Confusion and disarray in the lower court, not reaching the same conclusion, just applying different methods, applying Bruin method differently. I may be saying Bruin wrong. It's a Bruin's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, it looks like Bruin.
Means not only are new laws being struck down, but laws that have been on the books for over 60 years struck down. Prior to Bruin, courts were unanimous that the Constitution. People wrangling, saying out, crying about mass shootings for paragraphs. The decision opened the door to a wave of legal challenges from gun rights activists. Saw an opportunity to undo law, everything from age limits to AR-15 style semi-automatic weapons. Gun rights supporter, the decision was a welcome development. Moves what they see as unconstitutional restraints, which is exactly what they've done. It's a true reading of what the Constitution and the Bill of Rights tells us. Spokesman, National Shooting Sports Foundation. Gun control groups are raising the alarm after a federal appeals court this month said that under the Supreme Court's new standards, the government can't stop people who have domestic violence restraining orders against them from owning guns. Gun control activists have decried the Supreme Court's historic test, but say they remain confident that many gun restrictions will survive challenges. Well, they're not. Um, Court have raised questions. The Supreme Court's test has raised questions about whether judges are suited to be poring over history and whether it makes sense to judge modern laws based on regulations or lack thereof from the past. We are not experts in what white, wealthy, and male property owners thought about firearms in 1791, yet we're now expected to play, play historians, wrote some district judge appointed by Obama. Judges are flexible injury.
So, in other words, what does
Judge
this exactly mean?
that states can't pass laws keeping guns.
Really?
Basically, it's if you read it from the way I thought it was handed down, that most of the gun laws are going to be thrown out. It's said that they have to justify the law by laws in history. They can't just say, "Oh, this law, we can do this." It's here. A judge declared multiple portions of New York's new gun law unconstitutional, including rules that restrict carrying firearms in public parks, places of work. The appeal court put that appealing on hold. Supreme Court's allowed them to do it for now. Some judges has upheld a law banning people for indictment from felonies for buying guns. Others has declared it unconstitutional. A federal judge issued a barring Delaware from enforcing provisions of law outlawing the manufacture of ghost guns. But another judge rejected a challenge to California ghost gun case here to take a dig at how other judges are. It more or less just kind of all the gun laws in question, and it just erased it. Get to the Supreme Court first to get some of this shit thrown out. Like there's a couple cases appeals court out in California over the so-called large capacity magazine. A lot of stuff like that. Now that I don't think it's talked about enough how big that Bruin decision was. Got a lot of bad guns.
Yeah, well, I'd have to read into more of that because I did not get a chance to see this at all until you just brought it up. So,
The Bruin thing. That's why I didn't think a lot of people. I've not heard it talked about a whole great big. Thought it was pretty interesting. Yeah, that was in AP, and I mean, got their
of
kind of interesting.
yeah. Well, let's see here. Well, if we got anything else you might chat about?
Elon Musk.
Oh yeah, he's about
Is
said to be rich again.
yeah, supposed to be the richest man again. Just 1 billion off now. That's really really fluid. Tesla stock's been doing.
Yeah, let's see here. Bernard Arnault is 192 billion dollars.
Just barely above him. Um, 6 months. Back around the everybody was saying Tesla was going to drop to under 100. The stock's going to drop to under 100. Some people were brave enough to say it was going to drop to under $10. On a little bit of a tear since it's 8 now.
Which is interesting because I saw
doubled.
nothing but Twitter come up and say, "Oh, we're not going to drive Teslas anymore." Blah blah blah. All because
No,
of Twitter.
he had some bad things come, but dropped the price of about 20, and that's starting to take hold. And of course, the Tesla truck, once it starts, they're slowly rolling out. Once it starts to roll out more, that's going to look pretty good. That's going to boost it up even more. And when he can get that German gigaplant built, that's going to help a ton. But Tesla stock's always kind of up and down, up and down. There's a lot of people that short that kind of it sort of drives the price down. The car company's got nothing to do with Twitter. They think they're going to hurt him and make him want to get rid of Twitter. He's not going to. Dudes like that, they just don't take losses very often. A loss to them is a whole lot different than a loss to us.
Well, yeah, it's because they're rich.
I don't.
They've always been rich. Oh.
Thing is, I believe price went down very much. He would buy it back up. He had no loss to him. They had their little Rage Against War rally today, and I don't think a whole great big much.
I was watching some of the coverage earlier today, and it was just you had a bunch of people standing around listening to music, and other people getting up and talking. Like, okay, what? It wasn't anything major going on, and that
Like Gil Stein was there, and Tulsi Gabbard was there, and Jimmy Dore, and Green Zone guys, Max Blumenthal, and Mate. I think some Jackson Heaney. A lot of people care for him, which I don't. Dennis Kucinich, that was a big name I seen. Glad to see he was still up and around. Know who Dennis Kucinich is? Ron Paul was there.
no, they did actually have some people out. I thought it was going to be a bust after some of the stuff I saw.
Same thing. The normal people you would.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's either supporting Russia or not supporting the Ukraine or whatever. I don't know. It was a weird thing. At
I
least
don't know. How do you feel about that whole thing?
personally,
Yeah.
I think I think it's just money laundering. I mean, that's all it's.
That's yeah.
It's all it
That's all
seems.
it is.
It's like we're just giving money to Russia or excuse me, the Ukraine, constantly to do this, and Zelensky's constantly asking for more money and more help and more this and more that. Okay, then finish it. Like, we've given you all of this. The European Union has given you all of this help, and y'all still can't. It's been like a year. Still can't get rid of them.
It's I know I was people said first month, wasn't there like 6 million Ukrainians? I know first thing I heard about the Azov battalion was shooting what they were calling deserters in the back. Um, I don't know. But I think I wish it just ended. I wish Putin go through. For some reason, it's yet to be determined. He's not able to or not willing to. But a lot of the don't seem like Putin wants to wipe Ukraine off the map. Don't seem like he's hesitant to kill for some reason. It might be because Ukrainians are Russians. Let's be honest. One generation away from being Russian. So not a real. Ever since the word, it's very much a brother war. Kind of sad.
Yeah, and I don't know why Belarus is getting into it. I mean, Russia has enough people and manpower to do it themselves.
Lutsenko is fucking good.
That's fair. I mean, but they do have to worry about Poland because Poland's been or excuse me, buying arms and building up its military at this point.
The thing with Poland that's always I have a fondness for Poland, but they're like your little brother that runs and talks shit. Somebody that's much bigger than they are, but then when it's time to throw a wing, they come hide behind you. Kind of what Poland's always done in the United States and West. They talk a lot of shit, but when it comes time to actually, they always find somebody to run and hide behind. I think they're a bunch of. What's their biggest export? Janitors, maids.
Janitors and
Well,
maids.
no, I was going.
I thought it was
toilet
actually
washers.
farm equipment.
That could be it. That could be. That could be it too. I know the most humorous thing in all of it. I didn't realize it, but Ukraine is actually the country with the highest percentage of STD. Fucking hilarious. I don't know why it's so funny, but they tried to make this real hard video mocking Russia. And they had this woman with HIV hiding in the field, and she had like 8 herpes in her mouth. And it's a little cleaner, and it's such a clean. Got 8.
Ooh,
But I
Christ.
always thought that was kind of funny that they had so many.
Well, I mean, you just look at it. I mean, Ukraine's probably one of the most corrupt countries in the world. And their people don't exactly live the best either. I mean, you could just see that, at least before the war.
Little egg roll. I could not agree with Okay, Mitch. I hate that motherfucker so much. His political machine is so strong in Kentucky. There's nobody that's ever going to be election possible. Really sad. People that's not from Kentucky that don't know anything about him just don't understand how strong political machine. You even think about running against him, your whole family's business would be investigated and shut down, and very powerful guy in Kentucky.
And he's one of the ones that needs to leave, like Pelosi.
Yeah, I think he claimed he wasn't going to after this term, but fucking liar. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't run again. And the person that replaces him, bad to see him about it.
Yeah, I thought I heard something about that too. And I guess Pelosi's done completely. I don't know.
I think she said if she didn't speaker run for another term.
Mm-hmm.
So with them losing the House, I think she's. I know Feinstein said she's not running again. I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think we should end it here.
Sounds like a good plan, sir.
Alrighty. Well, thanks everybody for coming on out for the invitational boomer talking segment here. We'll try to figure it out and get a little bit better next week.
Yeah, we'll pop on next week and do a bit.
Okay, well, we'll see you later, everybody.
Thanks for showing up, chat.